Hello and welcome. My name is Amanda, and today I have for you a plan with me for the week of March 25th through the 31st. And this week I am using the Vintage Soul Kit from Creating & Co. This is actually my second time using this kit. The first time was last year in my Erin Condren, and I believe at the time this kit was sold, it was sold Paige had it so that you could buy a la carte instead of her now standard kits. So I got some extra full boxes and like the deco pages, and then I still had my leftovers from the last time I had used it. I'm also going to be bringing in some rose gold foiled washi overlay headers from Rose Colored Days. They are perforated into the exact size of a washi header, and then I've got a couple other rose gold foiled stickers to bring in for accents. But right now I am just going to plan out my full boxes. This took me a little bit of time to finesse. I love the artwork in this kit so much. I love the kind of minty teal color and just the tans and peaches. It's such a gorgeous kit, and I wanted to balance everything out nicely. So I'm doing the typewriter and camera on the ends there, though in hindsight they might have looked better on the Tuesday and Thursday pages, just to kind of break up what I'm gonna do here in a little bit and put down boxes with even more of that kind of tan background. But overall I do think it looks pretty nice. So this week I do have quite a few plans. It's also a really exciting week because Skylar's mom is going to be in town. She was supposed to be here around Valentine's Day last month, but we had massive amounts of snow and we weren't sure how much more we were supposed to get and the like, so we had her cancel her trip or reschedule because we weren't sure if the snow would be melted enough for us to even like be able to go to the airport and get her. So and naturally it was melted enough, but she had already rescheduled, and we actually get an extra day with her this time, so we're really looking forward to that. It's also, as you'll see later, a kiddo weekend, so he's really excited to get to see his grandma. But right now I am just laying down some glitter headers. As you can see, I wanted to kind of keep the tan a little more minimal since it's the background of all of these boxes. So I'm putting that on Wednesday, and then I'll also use it on the sidebar here in a little bit. And of course I saved the quote box for the sidebar, and it just says, "Take time to make your soul happy." I think that's really nice, and especially for this week, just because we'll get to have lots of good conversation with Sky's mom. I think at this point it's been a while since I've planned with a kit with actual Erin Condren size boxes, and a full kit at that. I've been piecing together all of my spreads for the past couple of weeks now, so kind of had to finesse this sidebar just a little bit to make it work for me, but I am really pleased with how it turned out. So just kind of capping off the 2 full boxes with glitter headers, and I will put one more below the quote box, and then I wasn't positive if there was a weekly ombre checkbox or just an ombre heart checklist that I still had left. But it turns out I didn't, but I did have all the flags still. So I'm starting from the bottom just to kind of get a good idea of where the flag ends are going to rest. And I don't show it on camera, but you'll see here in quite a bit that I do end up cutting off the like forked end of the flag up to the dotted line that's just above that glitter header, just so it's even. I liked the look of that a lot better, especially since I didn't have the flag but all the way up to that glitter header under the quote box. So I did lay down the glitter headers, the foiled header overlays off camera just because it takes a bit of time. You'll be able to see it more here in a little bit when I flip back. They are rose gold, and it's just, I believe the confetti is what Rose Color Days calls it. It's basically just a little sprinkling of rose gold foil, which is hard to tell on the glitter, but when you move the page you can really see it, and I think it just adds something a little extra. I think at this point I was looking for a weekend banner, or I was looking to see what color the weekend banner was, and then realizing that I had already used the weekend banner in a previous kit, and I didn't get the page again that had the weekend banner on it. And then instead of doing the weekend the same color like I did in the previous spread with the Alice in Wonderland kit, I did switch it up. That way, I don't know, I don't have all of the same color basically on this last page. In hindsight, I was going in a pattern. So in hindsight, I probably would have put the mint colored glitter headers on the suitcase box and the peach colored glitter headers on the camera, just because there is a lot of that mint in the camera box. But overall, it's not too bad. So there are more of those foil header overlays. And now we are getting back into the day-to-day planning. So something I haven't planned with in a really long time are littles, or I think labels. I think that's what they're called. But when I used to buy from Paige, I believe I bought as a full kit, or maybe I just added those on because I didn't realize the beauty that was glitter headers, and I thought I needed all of the headers. Now I basically never use headers except for in one spot. But that first label there with the asterisk on Tuesday is just to mark that I am working a half day. Our fiscal year ends at the end of this week that we're planning. So I have a couple more hours I have to burn through before I lose them. So just taking a couple half days here and there. And then Wednesday, as per usual, I have the top scallop label there to mark my violin lesson. And I'm pulling in this rose gold foiled music note from Sticky Sloth Designs, and then the other scallop box is for my student mentor call, and I am using that rose gold foiled paperclip from Sticky Sloth Designs as well. And then moving on to Thursday, I'm taking another label just to mark another half day that I'll be working. I think I might also work from home on Thursday, just because Sky's mom will be in town, and Even though I'm working, it's still nice for those breaks when you walk out of your office and can chat with the people who are in the house. And then from the Rose Colored Days sampler that I got with my order, there was this rose gold and just polka dotted flag that I decided to pull in, and the planner from the kit just to mark that I'll be filming my plan with me. And then I am using date covers. I really like the pattern on these, but I've kind of gotten to a point where I don't really like using date covers anymore, just because it makes the spread so much more busy. But I am okay with it for this time, just because these are such a beautiful pattern. It's also been quite a while since I've used date covers. So now I'm just looking for a peach colored label, bringing in this other asterisk one to mark that on Friday I am working from home, just like I do pretty much every Friday. And then from that same sampler, so this is Nikki Plan sampler. I just wrote Nikki in the comment or notes to seller, and this came with it. I guess right now it's rose gold foiled, which was perfect because that's the foil I pulled in. And then I wanted something to layer it against, just because I don't like the white stickers right on top of the white paper. So I am going to bring in a piece of cut washi, and I'm just going to take some of that tan background and then basically as soon as I lay that down, I get the undo and lift it up, just because it was a bit more white space in between the label and the washi than I wanted. And Friday is already shaping up to be a pretty busy day, and I wanted to make sure that whatever we do Friday night with Maddie Boy and Sky's mom, I would be able to mark it. So while I'm waiting for that spot on the paper to dry, I'm going to go back to the very important thing that I keep mentioning that I forgot to mark already, and that is just marking that Sky's mom is coming into town. So I do end up going with a glitter quarter box, and then I will use to start out with a heart from the sampler, but I didn't like the white background. I don't mind, for the most part, white backgrounds if I'm putting it directly on the paper, but I just thought it didn't look very nice. So I do end up swapping it out for a Nikki Plus 3 kind of peach and rose gold foiled bow. I think that ends up looking a lot better too. So just going back in with that piece of washi and the payday script. I actually had a lot of trouble making Friday look how I wanted it to look. And again, I blame it on having a full kit, because I don't remember what it's like to work with a full kit anymore. But I am now going to mark that. So the OWL's Magical Readathon for 2019 begins on April 1st, which is the following week from this plan with me. And back in, when was it? October, I think, there was a chance to get some extra credit in the charms subject. So I ended up reading 3 books, And that means that I could start my OWLs sooner. So 3 days earlier than the normal start date, just for reading my charms book. So I'm using that quarter label there, or quarter box there, to mark that it's my charms early start. At first I try to pull in this EXO, but with the payday script there, it didn't layer properly. So again, I'm basically gonna go right back in with undo here in just a moment and pull that up after I find that there's even more white space between the two quarter boxes that I didn't like. There is, though, a stack of books in this kit on the deco page and the functional page that I do end up pulling in, but alas, I did not use enough undo. Last time I had a bottle of undo, it lasted me the whole year, but I don't think I'm gonna get a full year out of this bottle because I am finding that I'm using it a lot more than I was, and this paper stickers don't come up off of it as easily as the Erin Condren paper. Even if it's a removable matte sticker, it still peels up the paper. So undo is definitely my best friend when planning. But here I am, just pulling in that quarter box again, and I wanted to make sure that the book stack lined up nicely on the quarter box before I laid it down this time. That way I can make sure I planned for putting enough space in between the washi strip there and the quarter box, and then this other quarter box and the car from the deco page are going to mark that it is a Maddie Boy weekend. And then there I am going in with the Nikki Plus 3 bow, like I had mentioned earlier. So that's basically it for this first half of the week. And then moving in to Saturday and Sunday, the weekend, I do have balloons that I'm going to pull in because it's Skylar's sister's birthday. And I couldn't remember if I had used the peach glitter headers or if they were the tan glitter headers, so I kind of had to lift the page up there to let my old eyes adjust and see. But bringing in this solid scallop label, and then those rose foiled balloons from Saucy Stickers Co. And then moving into that notes, I don't really know what to call that section, but you've got the happy thought or thankful thought box there up at the bottom, and the next week box, and then a place for notes. I've just been using Creating & Co. quote stickers to kind of fill in that spot. It's a lot easier than me going to the interwebs and Googling a quote that I can try and write neatly into the spot. But this quote says, "If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you." I think that's part of one of her motivational sticker sets. I don't exactly remember which one it's from. I have 4 different quote stickers of hers. Sticker sheets. My favorite is the book one, but I have to slow down because I'm running out of those really quickly. But yep, that just fits nicely in that section there. I never use the next week section. Sometimes if I have a long quote, I will basically combine those 2 boxes. Otherwise, I just leave it blank for the most part. But I am whiting out the notes header there so I can put in another rose gold foiled bow, again from Nikki Plus 3. This is kind of a mint color, and then bringing in just that tan glitter header again. I don't end up putting foiled overlays over the top of these 3 glitter headers just because I didn't want to go too overboard. But I decided to bring in another mint heart checklist flag. This is going to mark any happy mail I get throughout the week, which hopefully my order from Sticky Slot Designs will come in, because I do have some foiled overlays that should be on their way to me pretty soon, and I'll need them for planning out my next couple of spreads, which I'm really excited about. I'm basically doing a full month of Harry Potter spreads, but 1 week will be an Easter week, just because that the OWL Magical Readathon that I was telling you about a little bit ago runs for the whole month of April. So this bottom washi is too gorgeous to not use the whole thing. There isn't like a convenient spot to cut it, not that I would want to cut it. So I am just taking this would be the left side of the Erin Condren size washi, the shorter side there, and that way I have less waste, less to cut, and just I kind of tried to center the middle light bulb there in between the 2 lines, or the 2 list sections. There we go. And then just taking the slice tool and my ruler from Michaels to clean it up a little bit. And I did have a little bit of trouble tearing that side of the sticker up, because I apparently stuck it down a little too much and it was clinging to the paper for dear life. So now I think I was going to try to start decoing it up, but I wasn't sure exactly which stickers to use. Oh, nope, I'm putting down the rest of my date covers there. Alright, so now I think is where I was going to deco, but I do end up picking 2 different colored scallop headers to cover up the to do and work to do headers, so that way I can make my own sections. The peach there is going to be my cleaning section, and then the mint will be my school section. There's a little EXO on a laptop that I'm going to bring in, and then that envelope with stickers, just to make sure I am aware that that section is for Happy Mail. And then there's just a little laundry basket here. Alright, so now it's definitely time to make the page pretty, especially since I have all of this leftover deco. It's been quite a while also since I've used deco, so I was a little rusty with my placement here. But I always like, if I have the deco and I can, to cover up the spots that I did white out, just because you can't tell really in the video, or when you're kind of, I guess, looking at the page in certain light. But when I take pictures for my end of the week spread, I can always tell and see the difference in color between the whiteout and the page. And I don't like that so much. So So we're almost done here with the deco, and then I am going to fill everything out off camera with my Pilot G2 gel pen in rose gold. It is one of my favorites to use. So that is it for this plan with me. I hope you enjoy your week, and I will see you next time. Bye!